Hello, Mr. Annie. I'm Shin Afrolaiman from grade 70, rule number 22. So, here I am going to review the interview that I have made. So, there's 5 questions using present perfect tense and 5 more questions using if conditional type 1. So, shall we get started?
Jamila, aku mau nanya nih, since when have you been in Candle Tree? Artinya, ibu tuh di sekolah Candle Tree ini sejak kapan?
Dari mulai tahun 2014 sampai sekarang berarti udah hampir 10 tahun.
Pertanyaan lagi nih, Bu. Have you ever met a famous person? Artinya, ibu pernah nggak nih ketemu orang yang terkenal? Satu lagi, Bu. If you can meet many people in this world, who will you meet first? Jadi, kalau ibu bisa ketemu semua orang di dunia ini nih, ibu milih pertama kali ketemu siapa dulu?
Kalau yang artis lain ya,
Contohnya siapa tuh?
ini yang Siti Nurhaliza ya.
So, the first question I asked to Bu Jamila was, since when have you been in Candle Tree School? Which she replied, 2014. So, because of that, we now know that Bu Jamila has been in Candle Tree School since 2014. Moving on to the second question, the next thing I asked to Bu Jamila was, have you ever met a famous person? Which she replied, yes, I have. So, from that, we know that Bu Jamila has ever met a famous person. So, the last question I asked to Bu Jamila was, if you can meet any famous person in this world, who will you meet first? Which she replied, Siti Nurhaliza. So, from that, we know that if Bu Jamila can meet any people in this world, she will meet Siti Nurhaliza, a Melayu artist first.
May I ask some questions? Yeah. The first one is, we know there's a synopsis, right? Have you done your synopsis yet?
Oh, something that was in high school and a similar thing, but yeah, I think.
Okay. So the next question is, have you ever gotten a grade below 60?
Of course, Mandarin.
Of course. The last question is, who will you choose if you can revive that person?
Napoleon.
Okay, thank you.
So, the next person I interviewed was a high schooler from Candle Tree School, which I forgot to ask the name of. So, we will just call him Jim. The first question I asked to Jim was, have you done your synopsis yet? And he replied, no, we don't do those things in high school, but a similar thing. And the answer is yeah. From that, we know that Jim has done his synopsis. So, next question I asked to Jim was, have you ever gotten a grade below 70? Which he replied by, of course, Mandarin. So, from that, we now know that Jim has ever gotten a grade below 70 in Mandarin. So, the last question I asked to Jim was, who will you choose if you can revive a dead person? Which he replied by Napoleon. So, from that, if Jim can revive a dead person, he will choose to revive Napoleon.
Wow, hello there. Who's your name? Okay, so may I ask some questions in English? Okay, so shall I start? The first question is, have you met the new student of 70, Brain Kenzie?
Yes, I've met him a few minutes ago.
Okay. Next one. If you can be invisible, what will you do?
I will go to the airport and go to a plane and then run without paying anything.
Dang. And the last question is, if you have $1 million, what will you spend it on?
I will spend on charity and to the orphanage.
Oh, what a holy person. So yeah, that's 3 questions. Thank you.
So, the third person I asked was Christianada. And the first question I asked to him was, have you met the new student of 7D, Ray Kenzie? Which he replied by yes, 3 months ago. So, from that, we know that Christianada has already met the new student of 7D, Ray Kenzie. The second question I asked to him was, if you can be invisible, what will you do? Which he replied that he will enter a plane without having to pay. So, from that, we know if Christianada can be invisible, he will enter a plane without having to pay. So, the next question I asked to Christianada was, if you have $100 million, what will you spend it on? Which he replied that he will spend it on charity and donate to the orphanage. From that, we know that if Christianada has $100 million, he will spend it on charity and donate it to the orphanage.
Hello there. What's your name? My name is April. May I ask some questions? Okay, so starting off. First question is, do you play Mobile Legends?
Yeah.
How long have you played it? Damn, that's a pretty long time.
So, the fourth or the last person I asked was Devon, also a friend of mine, like Christianada is. So, the first question I asked to Devon was, how long have you played Mobile Legends? Which he replied, 2 or 3 years. So, from that, we know that Devon has played Mobile Legends for 2 or 3 years. And the second or the last question I asked to Devon was, have you ever slept in class? Which he replied by, no, I've never. So that means Devon has never slept in class. So from this video, we learned that present perfect tense is used for past actions that are still connected to the present, and if conditional type 1 is used for assumptions that may happen in the future. And also, you can use words like already, yet, just, for, and since to describe words in present perfect tense. If you have done or haven't done the activity, you can use already, just, or yet. Already is used when you have done something. Just is used when you have done something just now. And yet is used when you haven't done something. And if you're talking about experience, you can use ever or never. Ever means you've ever experienced that before, and never means you've never experienced that before. And for something from the past that still connects to the present, you can use since or for. Yes, so that's all I have to say. Thank you, Miss Riani, for listening to my video, and goodbye.